Hey dudes, what's going on? It is Atlas here, and welcome to, I think, day 3 of making a home. Not, not a whole lot of progress has been made. Well, actually, a lot of progress has been made. Um, Being that I did trash the previous recording, I am going to give you a little sneak sneak peek. Um, this is what we got done. Uh, I cannot recall if I put this in at the end of the last video or not. And there was a chicken. But anyways, behold your eyes. I'm actually going to walk backwards into it. And we're going to go down because I want to get to roughly the middle so you guys can get a full good look of everything. We dug out a massive dome, and as you can see, it's not complete yet. We are going to be living inside of a Pokeball, and I'm kind of stoked for it. So I've got many ideas for this. So I got to go through and fix what my girlfriend didn't, because, well, she came in a little bit and she was replacing some blocks, and, well, yeah, she replaced like little sections like that, as you can see. But this is what I have been doing. I have logged at least 13 hours working on this dome alone. That is hollowing it out. I will actually be putting some screenshots up onto I'll be putting some screenshots up so you can see some of the general progress in which I've made. I've been taking some screenshots and sending them to Silver, and being that he's not here to stop me from doing something like this, I told him I was doing a massive project like this, and he's like, dude, no, dude, you're out of control, dude. Someone needs to stop you. I'm like, I know. Come back to me. Come back to the server. I miss you. Anyways, I have a lot of ideas, and as I finish up this, okay, so I finish up that line. What I'm actually going to do is, what do I want to make the floor out of? I don't know if I want granite or andesite. Because there's no road, right? Nope. Just a TM roar. So, I think I am actually going to go polished andesite for the base floor here between all this glowstone here. And of course this is another block that you can't just hit the fill command on. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of mimic the most ideal version of living in a Pokeball. And this is going to go into a little bit of a theory, being that no one really has any concrete evidence of what happened or what is going on inside of a Pokeball. But this theory states that every a Pokeball is specific for every Pokemon living inside of it. Kind of fits their natural terrain, what they would be doing. I mean, I've done a little bit of research on it, been thinking about kind of how to go about this. Because when I initially started doing this, I'm like, this is just too much gray. I've got to figure out a way to do it. I was originally going to just decorate everything in polished andesite, and I'm like, you know what? No. No, we need some color in here. We need a little bit of life. So, this is what we're doing. About the only gray that you will be seeing when everything's all said and done will be this walkway here. So, what I'm thinking of doing is kind of trying my hand at building custom terrain. I'm going to, actually, if I get a sign, we're going to pull this in here. Okay, we do not need that. So, what I would like to do is, this section here I'm going to build up as forest. So we're gonna try our hand at custom generating some forest in here. I kind of want to do this one as like ocean type deal. Kind of custom generate it, give a little bit of a beach and maybe a little bit of some fun TNT. This one I wanted to do like extreme hills. So, kind of rise up some mountains here and just kind of see what we got, because we've got all this space to work with, and I would hate to leave it all just dead space. And then this one here is going to be desert, if I could spell that right. So that's my goal for each of these areas. And so after I kind of fill in this pathway here, we're going to start with the desert, just because that's going to be the easiest one to build a train off of. So, okay, we want sand. We've got sand on us from our little beacon excursion. Oh, in case you didn't see that, basically I kind of designed this so that if it was all hollowed out, like if we went through and removed all this sand that is currently covering it, it would look like a, actually, we're gonna, that's kind of what I'm thinking about, is like the Pokeball opening and that beam of energy being shot out and releasing whatever's inside of it. So, game mode 1. So back down here, and we're going to build this up into a desert. What we're gonna do is we're gonna fill in our basic layer of sand, and instead of using the fill command, because that would just fill everything beyond there, so and I would like to thank, hold on, let me just get his name correct. I'd like to thank Chris Geddes? Anyways, Chris here, I sent a message to him last night, via YouTube, asking him if I could, have his permission to use his music in the background of my Pixelmon videos. And he's like, yeah man, no problem, just give me the proper credit where credit's due and drop it up in the description. And I'm like, alright. For those of you who don't know who Chris is, well, I didn't know who Chris was until a couple of days ago. Chris is the guy who makes all the music for Pixelmon. So the music that is currently playing in the background is the in-game music, but I have it set onto his Pixelmon music playlist. So if I have any moments where I fail in commentary or I need to get a drink like I do right now, you have something to listen to. And it's not just dead music or dead air. So thank you again, Chris. You're getting your credit where credit is due. I could never do this. If I had the money to send your way for a little bit of support, man, I would. I'd love to hear more of what you can produce. So, anyways, if you want to go over to his channel, send him some love. I don't know how many people have actually looked into sending this guy any love, but this guy definitely deserves it. He's good if you listen to his music without someone like me just kind of ranting over top of it. It's good music. I mean, don't listen to it in bed, you will fall asleep. His music is so soothing that it put me to sleep, or it almost put me to sleep. So as we come out here and finish this out, now we're gonna hop in here and wow, that was a big lag spike. And drop that. Basically what I'm looking to do is kind of fill this in, and then we're gonna kind of hill it up from the center point here. We're gonna go a couple blocks in, or what I'm thinking of is like maybe doing a 1, 2, 3, and then a 2, something like that, and kind of we want to make it kind of look natural like a desert would. So, and being that there's absolutely zero light down here besides the glowstone, all this is due to the effects that we got going on. So, and our little jump boost doesn't really do much for us, so alright. Which one is this one? Distant Shores. This is one of my favorite ones. So, each of these songs that you hear, you won't hear much of a break between them because I found that the in-game music plays so few and far between. I think it'll play a song like every half hour or something like that. So you might get a song, maybe 2 in a recording. But I found that just having this playlist on in the background is rather amazing. So, Chris, thank you for saving my viewers all of those moments in my videos where I fail as a commentator or just kind of lose my train of thought. Because I've heard YouTubers and how they plan out their episodes. Like, I really don't plan. Planning was never my strong suit. Back when I was in college, I had this debate course, and well, it wasn't debate, it was English 111. So, anyways, the main thing in it was public speaking, and there were a lot of debate topics that were thrown up. For the final project, we had a debate. We had a debate, and it was teamed up 5-on-5. Whoever presented the better argument got the better grade. Anyways, my team and I, we really worked hard to prepare for it, and when crunch time came crunch time, none of us were the type that prepared for anything. When it came down to crunch time, we choked. We choked in the first part, and I honestly thought that we had lost the debate. And it was in the second part where we had started to come back in the debate a little bit, and it wasn't until the last part when I was completely winging everything that we actually started really kicking the opposing team's side, for the sake of for the sake of not creating a comment war in the description below, I would refrain from saying what the topic of it was, but I'll give you a hint. It's something related to what I'm doing right now. But anyways, yeah, I'm not the type of person to schedule anything. I'll just sit here and chat over what I'm doing, kind of give a rundown of what I'm doing. So here we go. And okay, we've got our base done here. And how are we gonna do this? Because I want to kind of, I want to make it look somewhat natural. And I think the best way to do it is something along these lines. Is just kind of go in and fill in a rough outline that would just kind of feel natural. I mean, see, I don't like that random block just sticking out though. So, but I don't want it to be touching the glowstone, if that makes any sense. And there we go. I'm actually going to pull 2 of these blocks forward and pop that there. There. I like that. It looks somewhat natural, and the thing about deserts is that if you've ever paid attention to a non-desert hills type biome, everything is so gradual in how it kind of flows up. So being that this is all sand, we gotta run back through and fill everything in again before we start on the next level. And what I'm really interested to try is the the extreme hills little area, because I would kind of like to make a volcano type thing with like flowing lava and it just being beautiful. But we'll see how that all goes down. I make no promises whatsoever on how any of this will turn out. But if I like it, I like it. Because I'm not even sure how I like this here. Yeah, that's a little bit better. It's not as protruding. But if we were to go and take a look over at the if we were to go take a look over at the desert biome, it would be, you would see how it just kind of naturally just kind of flows up, and it looks like the wind is all blowing it over. And I'm sure that most of this map was done with a tool like voxel blocks or something like that, to do something a lot bigger scale than this to make it look more natural. And if I'm correct, which song is this? Moonlight? Oh, that's a pretty picture. It's got Ninetales, a Litwick, a bunch of Vulpix. I think I see something else down there, but okay. Back to the game. This is a song that almost put me to sleep. I mean, it's so nice and serene, but it's just it's good music, so it just puts me to sleep. Okay, so we're gonna start here, and let's see here. We'll go and fill in some of these gaps. Perfect. And we're actually gonna pull this back here. So, okay. Then just kind of come in here and fill it in again. Gotta fill that back corner in. I think I have built up high enough that whatever I build isn't necessarily going to interfere with me filling in the rest of the Pokeball. I figured this would be a little bit more interesting than you watching me just... If you catch my drift. Anyways, I'm kind of hoping that this turns out like I picture it in my head. What I picture in my head is something of beauty, and what I... normally when I do that, whatever I end up with is not what I picture. Besides the Pokeball, that's looking almost exactly like I had planned it. But then again, I also had a guideline on that one. Thank you, plots. I was going to upload a video of me digging it out, but I'm like, okay, this is like 40 minutes of straight crap. I'm actually going to recess this one. And we're going to pull it out a little bit there. Knock it back there. And it doesn't have that nice rounded feel to it. Okay. Well, this will be about the end of the desert. So, we want decoration, right? Yes. Now, what are the... We're gonna get some dead bushes. We don't need the blocks of iron right now. We don't need the stone. The andesite... Oh, I've got 2 of those. Don't need that. We can toss that back. What else do you normally find in a desert? Cactus. Okay. So we're gonna drop some cactus down here. Get some of it growing. And one more right there. Then we're gonna toss in a couple of dead bushes. Give it that little bit more of a deserty feel. Alright. Not as high as I had intended it to be, but it gets the point across. So the next one that I plan on working on is going to be the ocean. So... Actually, while I'm sitting here and thinking about how to do this, we're going to grab a sign, because I do have plans for, you see where each of these come out. This is going to be the battle arena. What I plan on doing over here is I plan on taking one of the gyms from the anime and recreating it over there. Someplace where Silver and I can go to battle or do whatever in a somewhat cool looking environment. What I would really like to do is I would like to recreate the gym in Pewter City. For those of you who don't know, that's Brock's gym. And over here I plan on doing the Apricorn field. And so, okay, the Apricorn field will be over there. And this one here will be the farm. So, and my idea is once this is all dug out and that's all dug out, I'm gonna connect them and build a chest room. So this is gonna be multiple corridors, kind of not too complex, but complex enough. So here I want to go with the grass. And here. Or do I want sand again? Do I want sand or do I want grass? Actually, we're gonna dig out a 3x3 here. Or not a 3x3, but a 3 by whatever. And we're gonna start with some grass. And then we're going to turn it into beach, and then we're going to turn it into ocean. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I have no clue what that is from, so. Okay, and almost done with our 3 by whatever here. So, we're going to start with. And just kind of fill it in a little bit randomly like we did with the fill it in a little bit randomly like we did with the sand over there. I feel more comfortable doing grass in more bizarre off patterns than I do sand, because sand just has that natural wind-blown look to it that just kind of gives it a nice allure to it. So, if I even use that word right. And so now, what we're gonna do is we're gonna come over here, grab some sand, and we're gonna go 3 blocks in from wherever this grass ends. 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, and basically you can see what we're doing is we're making a beach. And 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and I know that this gives it a little bit more of that jagged feeling to it, but we're going to quickly remedy that by 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Everything beyond this sand line here is gonna start sinking into what will be the ocean. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So if we do 1, 2, 3, what's 1, 2, 3 here? Okay, that's not bad at all. So, okay. We've got our 3, 2, 3. And then this is going to go all the way to right here, where it's going to drop into 1, and then it's going to be a 2. And then it's going to drop in 1. And go out 1, 1, 2, 3. And it's going to drop in, and there. Now we should be able to just fill in everything with sand. So, I'm thinking of using gravel for the ocean bed. Let's see here. Are there any underwater plants? That would be under decoration blocks, wouldn't it? Like algae or something like that? I don't think so. We can do lily pads though. So that might be a thing. And we will get Pokemon spawning in this because we are in an F3 ocean biome. Right? Yes. We are in an ocean biome. Wrong 3. So we're gonna fill this in here, and we're gonna knock this out, and we're gonna slowly just we're actually not gonna gradually take it down, we're gonna take it down a lot. This little area here should be a lot deeper than one thing I did not think about though for this is the fact that the Pokeball will need to come down more. Yeah, did not think that one through. But we'll work on that here in a minute. So that might be one of the beautifying touches. Oh, I love this song. I don't know how loud it is for you in your ears, but it shouldn't be very loud at all. It should just be very, very background noise. Because I don't feel like I'm talking over it. I just feel like it's there in the background. So once we get all this knocked out here, we will long is this? Because I love this one. Okay, from peak to peak. So we've been going for... We've been at this for about a half an hour. After we get this ocean biome done, I think we'll call this episode. So we don't need that. We don't need that. What we need is a bucket of water. And okay, we just kind of come in here and fill it in. Oh, nope, nope, nope. Nope. And bucket of water there. That actually filled in real nicely. And is there any more flowing water anywhere? Right here. I love how the water mechanic just does that. It's so amazing. Okay. So anyways, we've got the start to our ocean. We're going to do gravel. And we're going to replace the initial outside block here. And then we're going to drop it down a couple of blocks. I actually can't go too deep down because we are at level 11, and I am so glad that this dome is not any bigger because we're only about 10 blocks from underneath the ocean floor. So I definitely chose a I chose a very close scale for my dome. See, and that's why I have music in the background. For when I fail to find the word in which I want. And click. And being that we're doing it like this, anything that goes down here will get sucked down permanently. Wow, I feel like I'm just losing my place. As we just knock out all these blocks. Okay. And screw it, we're just gonna knock out all these blocks and then replace them on top. And one, because I can never get that timing right apparently. Oh, I got that one. No, not quick enough. Got that one, got that one, got that one, and got that one. Nope. What? Okay, so I think you guys get the basic gist idea of what we're doing here. Anyways, I'm kind of running out of things to talk about here. I'd love to keep you all posted on what's going on and how each individual project is going. But anyways, thank you again, Chris, for allowing me to use your amazing music in my series. And you will be given credit down in the description of the video. And for those of you who are not familiar with Chris, go check him out. There will be a link to his channel and this playlist. So, anyways, if you enjoyed the video, hit the like button. If you have any feedback or things that I should do, any ideas or anything that's going on, or you can hit me up down in the comments section below. I'll try and get back to it. And lastly, if you enjoyed the video and would like to come back for more Pixelmon, smash that subscribe button and pop in next time, and we'll see you all in the next video. This is Atlas signing off, and have a good one. See ya.